Hello everybody, in this series I will be teaching you to go all the way from the very beginning where you're learning bass and you don't know anything, you have no idea where the notes are, you don't know how to place your fingers, you don't know what are the frets, you don't know how to play any song, all the way to the point that you can play any song that you want at a certain extent and learn most of them, if not all of them, with your ear. So I want to give you the resources that you need and give you the methods that you can use yourself to learn music like a musician and develop that musicianship, develop that knowledge with the bass. All right. So today is the very first lesson. We are on lesson number 1. And the idea for this series is that we're going to have a video a day. So what I recommend is that you try to do this every single day. You can follow the day 1 video and try your best to follow it. And then once you finish that, go to the day 2, day 3. The best result is if you can do 1 video a day. They're very short and it doesn't require really a lot of experience or any experience at all to play anything that's being explained. But if you have to skip a day, you have to miss a day, it's fine. Just go back from where you stopped. And the idea is that over the course of 1 year or even more, after, whatever video you are at, you get to the point where you can play the bass and pretty much learn the songs that you want by ear and know how to navigate any tabs and know where all the notes are. It will take a while. It's a long journey. It's a marathon, but don't be discouraged. Just have fun and enjoy the ride. All right, so here on day 1, the first thing you want to do as you get your very first bass, this is the very beginning. You never played before, or maybe you play guitar, or maybe you play a different instrument. You're learning bass from 0 right now. The first thing you want to do is you want to learn how to tune your bass. Okay? So we're going to have our open strings, and they should always be tuned the exact same way. We're going to have our first, our second, our third, and our 4th string. So we count from here to here. And those strings are the G string, the D string, the A string, and the E string. We're going to have our tuner. Mine is right here. We're going to play the note. Let's say it's out of tune. We're going to look at our tuner. And make sure that says G and it's right on that green spot. My tuner probably looks different than yours. Just make sure most of the time we have a little green line there. And you can make it perfectly in tune. All right, do the same thing for the D, the A, and the E string. Always tune your bass. Always tune your bass. If you're playing once a day, you're tuning the bass once a day. If you're playing twice a day, you're tuning twice a day. These string instruments, they get out of tune very fast. So make sure you're always tuning your bass. Now to get into the actual lesson of the day, we're going to start working on our right hand. So if we look at my right hand here, I'm placing what we call the pizzicato fingering, which is what we play with these 2 fingers here. So if you look at my right hand, I'm going to position my thumb on the E string. This is a very important thing that a lot of bass players, especially when they start up, they don't think that's important or they don't really do it. But you want to get your thumb on the E string, okay? This applies the same thing if you have a 5-string bass or a 6-string bass. This should be on the B string if it's a 5 or 6 string, right? But right now it's the lowest string that you have, basically. And you can see I'm getting quite comfortable here. Don't be afraid of really digging it. It's not going to break it. And just make sure you stay on that string whenever you're playing the G string, the D string, the A string. Okay, so right now I'm just using my pointer to play the strings. It's very important right now, when you're playing with the pointer, you are not going outwards. You are going upwards. So when you're playing that pointer finger, your finger should touch the string above the next string. So if you're playing the G string, your finger should touch the D string. And if you play the D string, it touches the A string. A string touches the E string. And if you want to play the E string, you want to bring your thumb up while still touching the bass. And then the pointer finger touches your thumb. Okay, so again, don't go outwards. Don't do like that. Go up. And then you have your first exercise. Might not be so much, but it's something to get started. And when you're ready, try with 2 fingers. Keep your fingers nice and perpendicular to the strings. All right? Have fun with that.